Now, hello everyone. Everyone's fine. Welcome to my allotment garden in the comfort of my house today. Yes, today is a little bit different, and I'm doing the video in the house. But I want to give you a great tip to measure your garden, measure your allotment from the comfort of your own home. You know, we've all tried in the allotment and gardens to kind of measure there and try and work it out. You know, it's blowing a gale, it's rain and it's cold, wet. But especially in the winter as well, when you want to still feel like you're doing something with your garden, it's a great thing to actually measure your garden, see what land you actually have. And this little tip is perfect. Indoors, accurate as well. But this morning, I went up the allotment just to show you some of the things that can go wrong when you're trying to measure on site at your garden, the little mishaps that can happen. So you're up at your garden and you think, right, I need to know what this whole distance is. What is it in the circumference and the square foot? So how many people's done this? 1, 2, roughly 3, 4, was that 4, was that 5, 6, 7, and you do it this way, 2, 3, 4, 5, are they the same size, 6, 7, then you come to work it out. So, right, 30, 42 by, what's that, pen, paper, no good. So you think, I'll use a phone, I'll use a technology, and you use your phone, and you use your fancy ruler on your phone, and you zip it like that, right? And then I've lost my signal. Like, bloody hell. So you think, right, tape measure, man, I'll do it with a tape measure. So you come in and you're hunting around, you go to tape measure. Gosh, man, this is the only way to do it, man, get a tape measure. So you measure and measure, and you think, yes, this is it. But then it runs out because it's not long enough. So you roughly, you take it there, and it's going to be a rough estimate. And then you go, wait on, right? But then you run out again. So now you wait on, right? So you put it there. I'm just working out a totally rough estimate. And you get that one, and you go, right, I've got that, and you've got to repeat the whole thing there. So you think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a bigger tape measure. So you get your fancy tape measure, and you go, but then you've got to climb over your beds, then you've got to go around. This starts to happen because it's come off as well. Oh, and the same thing over, and you go, that's roughly that. So I'm going to give you the best little tip for measuring your garden in the comfort of your home. Come on, let's go back. So how many people has done one or many of them ways to try and measure your garden? And I think for me the biggest is you kind of get your tape measure there and you start to measure and it starts to come away from the edge and you kind of try and shunt it back there. This way I'm going to show you is an ideal way, especially in the winter cold months, to sit in your cozy home and then measure your garden and get an accurate measurement as well. So let me just jump in and show you my screen. Let me get Google. We're going to use Google Maps to get there, and that is Google. There we go. There's good old Blighty there. So what we're going to do is just zoom in, and where my allotment is, or where Whitburn is basically the mouth of the Tyne and the mouth of the Sunderland. If anyone's interested in kind of checking out on Google Maps my little place, my allotment, we've got this little area here. I don't know if you can see that there. This little is where Whitburn surgery is. This is it'd be probably best if I put the layers on, put the picture on. It's a graveyard, and it's encroaching more and more onto our land. But let me just zoom, see if I can pick there's my allotment right there. Can you see that? That's my There's my polytunnel. That's actually the old polytunnel. Now, this is one thing about Google Maps is they don't often update you might be looking in your area, might have the kind of up to date, but this is about, I would say probably about, is it 2-3 year old there now? I put this path down. This is one of my first jobs that I did when I was kind of doing the garden. But just to, I'm going away from the subject there. That's a path I put in. So I'm thinking this photograph's probably about 3 year old. So what you do is you take you right click on it on your little mouse and measure distance. So it puts up a little marker there. Then you want to take another one to the other edge of your garden, and another one to the other edge of the garden, one there and one there. Now that gives you the box, and it gives you at the background there. I don't know if can you see that there? It just it gives you the total distance, that little box there. So my garden is, the total area is 140 meters, 0.22 square meters, and the total distance round it is 47.44. So it's an average garden, it's an average garden. It's big enough for me. It's big enough for me. Now, what else you can do is, I'll tell you what, I'm getting loads there. We'll clear that. Now, this is another great little tool of it. So you click on where you want to start. We'll click measure distance from there to there. Now, we're going to miss out the polytunnel. So we'll just click it to there. We'll click it to there. Click it there, there, and there. Now this again gives you just have a look at your little box. And we'll just zoom in there. Total area is now a little bit shorter, 113 square meters, and the total distance is 46.49. So I think that tool there is, just fantastic. Now, what else you can do? This is the nice thing as well. You can go over and have a look at your friends there. Check out different things. Now, Steve, green side up, very kindly sent over his coordinates. And I'm thinking this is Steve's allotment there, because I know he parks his van and he walks on his videos. He walks up this path, gives a cheeky smile, and checks to make sure that his camera's recording, and then goes on by. So I'm sure this is Steve's. So we'll do this again. We'll right click, measure distance. There's 1, 2. Now it's an old photograph because Steve has a new polytunnel in there, but we're going to just measure. I'll say it's to there. I mean, he's got half a cockermouth down here. To there. I'm guessing to there, and there. Now that's Steve's old area, and like I say, the total area there is 493 meters squared, and the total distance is 101 meters. Wow, that is, like I say, that's half a cockermouth. Do you know what I mean? It's just a huge, but this is like I say, a great tool for just having a look, and having and seeing and I guess it's probably the best you can get. You know what I mean? It's all computerized. The best you can get for like a decent measurement of your garden. So I hope that's give you a little bit of help on these cold, wintry days, these storm, blustery days. You don't have to go out to your garden. Forget you can see it from here. You can do it all from your home, and you can get a nice measurement. In the comments, let me know. Go on to Google Chrome. This is the website. So I haven't done it on the app. I don't know if you can do it on the app. So I'm working from my desk computer. Go on, find out your measurements of your allotment, your garden. Put them in the comments below. That would be lovely. Look after yourself. Take good care.